All right, looks good. Hello. Hello, hello. Let me check if the sound is okay. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Oh, good, good. All right. Hello, this is Eddie from Hanguk. It's Thursday morning as I normally do the live streaming. Let me turn on Instagram Live. Sorry. Live streaming. Live streaming. Hello. Nice to meet you. Let me turn on the live streaming in YouTube. Sorry, Instagram. Oh, I said it's already end of the February. Oh, time flies. 2022. Okie dokie. Time flies for sure. Okay, I think it's set up. Maybe too far. Hello, hello. Okay, I think it looks good. Hello, this is Eddie from Google Hanguk. It's been a while. Another month has been gone. I normally do the live streaming in Instagram and YouTube at the end of the on the fourth, normally at the end of the week, Thursday morning. So today is the 24th of February, and morning time in South Korea, 8 a.m. And here I am. I do normally, live streaming to answer you if you have any questions of how to study in Korea, and how to study more likely Korean in Korea, and also if there is any updates, uh, you know, uh, we will let you know, like some COVID updates, or what else, like new promotions, or new term starting for following March, June, September, and December. So this is time to answer you, as well as to share some updates from Korea. So once again, thank you so much for joining our live streaming, regular live streaming. I do the end of the month, normally Thursday morning in Korean time, of course. And so if you have any questions about the, how to study Korean in Korea, I'm willing to help you. I'm willing to, support you in real time. All right. Thank you so much. So as always, I do live streaming in Instagram and YouTube here. So feel free to leave a message below if you have any questions. I will try to get back to you as soon as possible and during this live streaming. Or by any chance, if I miss anything, then just like you can contact us by using our contact form, which is the best. Where is the contact form, or how you guys can contact us? using the our when you see our bio, there are special link. So when you click it, there are contact form, blog article, link to the blog articles, which has a lot of information about Korea and Korean studying Korean things. And there are also link to the like our online course we made with the Hanyang University, and also the online course in Italian version. So there are link, special link on the bio, so you can just click it and contact us or ask me later. If I miss anything, or if you have another question after this live streaming, then you will be able to we will get back to you within three business days. All right. Okay. And one more thing, before restarting, simple notification, simple update. So currently we are accepting June term of this year, June 2022 study, Korean studying. So if you are interested in, then I want you to contact us right now. Yes, you can study from June 2022 in Korea. All right, good. Of course, there needs to be some like documents, or let's say some deadline for each schools. So starting June means that you should provide everything within 1 or 2 months, depending on the school. So that's why I want you to contact us right now. In the meantime, if you are, planning to come to, let's say, this September, or this December, or next March, then still I want you to contact us right now, because I normally recommend you guys to contact us with a sorry, 6 months ahead, 6 months in advance at least, so that you will have time to prepare all the document and this and that, planning like accommodation, buy flight ticket, that's why. All right. So let me check the questions, and then I will go through one by one, as fast as possible, so that I can cover all the questions. So first question would be actually from YouTube. So from the Passion Shop, what are the class they like? Are you in one class for the whole day, or do you change room and go to different classes? Very good question. So about the class, so Korean class, before answering that, Korean class is like a very intensive, you know. So 4 hours per day, Monday to Friday. So 20 hours per week, which is very not incentive, intensive. So you need to understand that first, and then the class itself, normally starting from the 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. For 4 hours, of course. And then sometimes some school do have also like AM class, PM classes, and they are going to stay in the one class and with the one teacher. Normally, some school have like 2 or 3 teachers, but they do change in daily basis, which means that like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, number one teacher, Tuesday, Thursday, number two teacher, teacher two, something like that. So to answer your question, you are going to stay in the one classroom and taught by the Korean teacher. Good. And yeah, if you have any questions, please write below, so that I can answer you back. Okay, okay. Let me go through the Instagram. Okay, very good. Hi, hello, hi, hello. My finger is not working properly today. I'm really interested. Yes, please answer. Please ask me if you have any question. What's the budget for go to Korea? I'm living in France, I guess. So budgeting is totally depend on your plan, which means you need to consider many things. The main things would be like a tuition fee and accommodation. There's two the main thing, and there are also like living costs, like let's say like a rent, food, clothes, and for fun, there's another budget. So for that, for the like spending, the third one would be more likely based on your spending habit. Number two, which is tuition. Number number one is tuition, number two is like accommodation. So I can give you like love information. Or in the meantime, if you see our YouTube channel, there are video with the cost of living that I did like last year or about 2 years ago, which I will do once again this year. Sorry. So there are like very detailed information. Okay, so try to find the video me doing the explaining the life cost, living cost. Sorry. So number one, tuition. So for the Korean course, it's like every 3 months. So that's why I giving you like 3 months example. So example and also it's like based on the schools. So to give you enough information, one term, 3 months study, one term would be about 1,500 US dollar, 1,500 US dollar. And living cost, same thing. So rent fee is same thing. It's gonna be depending on where you are staying, but giving you enough information, you will be able to spend, or you will be asked to spend like about 500 US dollar per month, per month. Okay, so sum up 3 months is gonna be about 3,000 US dollar only for the tuition and accommodation. Okay, so that's something that I can give you right now. But of course, once again, like spending based on your spending habit, or if you're going to stay like longer than 3 months, of course it's gonna be go up. Okay, so the information that I give you right now is very basic and general information. So based on your, like I said, plan, or based on your budget, it could be totally not totally but different. Okay, are you recording this? I mean, like we are going to repost it. We are going to post this live streaming on our like channel, so you can check that out later. Okay. Another question from the YouTube: are the lessons strictly language, or do you also learn Korean cultural history, etc.? Okay, so very good question. So class itself is gonna be language course, Korean language course. However, the materials that you learn, by when you study, when you learn Korean, there would be some many materials with the cultural background, you know. So and also some schools, or many schools has like a cultural event, let's say, making, I don't know, stamp in the classroom, or not a lot, but like once in a term or twice in a term, or making the kite, the kite with the like winged thing. So like a Korean kite in the classroom, or sometimes you go out, learn like Korean taekwondo, or those like experiences is addition. So, but in general, the class itself is gonna be, about the, grammar, speaking, listening, and the writing. So more likely Korean itself. Okay. Another question from the YouTube: how can I apply to any university in Korea, as am coming from Nigeria, and Nigeria on Africa country? So how can I apply any university? The best way is to contact the university, because by email, because the time differences, calling wouldn't be really like a good idea. Email them would be the best option. And for us, as a global Hanguk, there are some countries that we can support. There are some countries we cannot support. So when you using our contact form, you will see, which one we can support you or not. Okay, thank you. How are the things there in Korea? Are COVID cases increasing? Yes. So, same as any countries, globally, because of the Omicron, there are many cases, confirmed cases. These days we would have like about like 10,000 daily cases, 15,000 cases. So which is a lot compared to before, with the Omicron situation, vibrant. So that's why it's a lot increased these days. But of course, in the meantime, we all know that, Omicron is not that serious, for especially for the young student. So that's why our government try to adjust, you know, their policy, how they are dealing with the COVID situation. So I would say we are going to go like a right direction, to reduce the like a regulation or policy to react the COVID situation. But in terms of number, yes, it's increasing. Do you still have to quarantine in Korea if we have had our vaccines? Yes. Even though you got the vaccines, you need to still do the quarantine for 7 days in Korea. 7 days. As you know, it was like 14 days, and end of the last year it got reduced to 10 days, and for now we have only 7 days quarantine. But once again, as we always have been done, if we have any updates from the government saying they reduced quarantine or even no quarantine, hopefully, then I will share the information with you as soon as possible. All right. Another question from the YouTube: what date does September term start? As I might only be able to fly out after the 17th. Okay, so very good question. So before answering that, let me give you rough information. So Korean language program has like 4 terms in a year. It's March, June, September, and December. So we've just finished our March term, and now we are accepting June term, and there are September and December. In terms of September, when they start, is normally in the early of the September, or some school also has late starting date. So for the Dongguk, let me see. Dongguk is normally a little bit later than any other schools. So Dongguk start from the September 21st of this year. So if you can apply after the 17th, then hopefully if there is no quarantine, or if even there is quarantine, but that's too much information, then you will be able to study on time uh, at Dongguk from the September 2020 term. Okay. Let me go back to Instagram. Do you know if there is any scholarship options? In general, the Korean class doesn't have any scholarship support. But as I said, like last live streaming, if you are good at schools, let's say, for example, you register first 3 months or 6 months or so. If you are good at schools, some school has kind of scholarship things. So let's say, for example, if you are first place in your level, then school will give you, let's say, like 30, $100 or something like that. Or if you attend 100%, then there is like a $100 like discount for at following term. So there are those kind of scholarship, but after registering, not beforehand. So that's why we normally tell you guys like there is not really scholarship, but if you are good at the class, then there will be some benefit, like financially benefit, more likely for following term. Okay. Once again, this is I'm giving you very basic and general information. So when I would recommend you to contact us. Sorry. Another good question from the YouTube. If you have to repeat a term, yes. Do you have to pay for it again? Yes, yes. So to give you before, very good question. So like I said, there are 4 terms, in an year. Level system, Korean level system is normally like 6 levels. Like from the level 1 being a super beginner, level 6 being an advanced. So there are normally 6 levels. Let's say, for example, if you like register 2 terms, like March, let's say June, September 2 terms, and they're starting from level 1, you failed it because of the score, the test score is not good, or the attendance rate is not good, then you need to stay in the same level. So that's why the Korean course is very intensive, and you need to study hard. In that sense, if you has to repeat because of that, if you have to repeat the level, then yes, you need to pay for it for sure. So that's why, you know, That's why I keep saying this intensive course you need to study hard, in the term or after the class, etc. All right. Another good question from the Instagram: is there an age limit? So, in order to study in the university, Korean university, you need to be over 18 years old. And another criteria would be you need to have high school or above degree or certificate. Okay, so for the age limit, minimum age limit is 18 years old. How about the maximum? There is not really maximum age, but some school has it. So depending on school, there is like a maximum age. One school has maximum age 50, and the other not really. So based on the school, there is no maximum age. Some school does. Okay, very good question. Can I study even I'm 30 years old? Totally possible. Oh, this is also very good question. Can I go just for 3 months and then come back? Yes, yes, you can. So, like I said, there are 4 terms. You can register only 1 term possible, 2 terms, 3 terms, 4 term possible. The visa, but there is one difference is when you study only 3 months and study over 6 months. In order for student visa, study visa, the language course is like D4 visa. So D4 visa is only issued when you register over 6 months, 6 months, which means 2 terms. So when you come for only 3 months, then you cannot apply for the student visa, but you need to apply for KETA, KETA, which is like from the September 2021, our government, Korea government made a special system, same as the US ETA, right? ETA system, KETA, KETA. So you need to apply for it in order to come to Korea. Or there are also visitor visa, normally C3. You need to apply for it and then study for 3 months. Sorry. So 3 months studying, that's totally possible, but you will need to apply for KETA or either a visitor visa by yourself. Good. Very good questions. I answered the budget. Age limit, answered it. Is it a good idea to study in Korean high school? I cannot answer that. So what we do as a Google Hanguk, our main service is to introduce Korean course in Korea for foreigners. So that's why in terms of the high school or university course or master course, we cannot really support that yet. Of course, in the future, yes, we are going to expand our service to those area, but I cannot tell it right now. I cannot tell when we are going to do. No, I cannot answer it. So in terms of high school, same thing. So I, especially for high school, it's more like public schools, mainly. So I want you to contact the somebody who can good at it, like somebody who has certificate or the lawyer who can help you for the going to high school in Korea. Okay. So same thing. If I apply to a master program of 1 year, can I go as an exchange student there, or it has to be 2 years master? Same thing. Sorry, I cannot answer the master program or university program. So sorry, I cannot support that right now, but you need to research it by yourself. Sorry about it. Let me answer this question and I will go back to YouTube. So how long does it take an application to be approved? So as I said, there are 4 terms, right? Each term has like application date. But I also want you to contact us like beforehand, 6 months ahead at least. So if you provide everything correctly to us, then we check with the school, and then you'll be able to get yes mark, yes, to the university. Normally 1 week or 2 weeks, within 2 weeks. Once again, if you provide everything correctly, then you will be able to get approved normally 1 week, maximum 2 weeks. These days are very fast, but I want you to, have like some time, you know. So that's the reason that I normally ask you to contact us, at least 6 months ahead, because sometimes the documentation we will check before sending to the school, and then we will guide you what to prepare, how to prepare, etc. So that's why. All right. So to answer your question, how long does it take on application to be approved? Average 1 or 2 weeks, maximum 2 weeks, I would say, if you provide everything correctly, even faster. Okay. Go back to YouTube. Uh, if you okay, that's good. That's I answered. Does Gogo Hanguk also help me with the university that they do not support? For example, to help me with the papers, do I need to enter the university? In my case, it would be Changwon University. I'm sorry, we cannot do that. So the support that we can give is when you come through our university. And the Changwon University, we are not partner. We don't have like partner with them. So I am afraid we cannot help you, Alba Maria. Sorry about it. Hello for March 2023. Is it too soon? March 2023 would be okay. Mm. Of course, then like for example, how about December 2023? It's a little bit early because it's more than 1 year, so we are not sure, and you are not sure, how things are going in your life, So that's why at least like 6 months ahead, but not too far. But in terms of March 2023, then I would say it's like a good time to contact us. I applied for a 6 months Korean language course. Since I want to add another 6 months until August, when should I apply again? So, very good question. Because let's say, for example, there are 4 terms, right, in a year. You register let's say March and June term, and being here and you like it, you learn a lot. You like Korean people, etc., Korean food, and you want to stay more longer. Then you can also extend your study without leaving Korea. So, for example, for your case, let's say, for example, March, June, you study March and June, and then for the September and December, you can extend it in the middle of the second term. So basically, in the middle of the August, something like that, or end of the July, something like that. So you can extend it without leaving Korea. And then the time would be the second, in the middle of the second term. Normally, we or school tell you, this is time to extend your stay. Okay. And then another question would be following. So how many years, how many terms you can extend or you can stay with the language course visa? Up to 2 years. So D4 visa, you can extend it up to 2 years, and then you don't have to leave Korea and then prepare all the things again, and you don't have to come back like that. So that's why is once you get the student visa and behave well, you need to study hard and also maintain good attendance rate, then you will be able to stay up to 2 years with the student visa. All right. From the Miss Annie, is Ielts required for the admission? No. Once again, we only introduce Korean language program. In terms of a Korean language program, only two requirements: over 18 years old and having a high school or above degree or like certificate. Okay. 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 From the Miss Annie, is there will be second language course available of English? Mm, I'm not sure if I can understand you well. Second language course. available of English. First of all, for now, let me correct me if I'm wrong. So for us, we only introduce Korean course in Korea university. The reason that I keep saying university because only the university can issue the student visa. So let's say we have a partnership with the Lexis Korea, which is private school, amazing school. However, they cannot issue the student visa. So when it comes to like Lexis Korea, you can study let's say up to 90 days at once. Okay. Okay. Age limit, I answered it already. Once again, I will go fast to answer to cover all your questions. So if I miss any of your questions, feel free to let me know. Okay, I think I could cover. Do we need a special graduations? No. Like I said, if you have high school degree or certificate, you can apply for it, and over 18 years old. I guess it's also good question. In what language you speak for learning Korean? So the course itself, when you go to university for the Korean language course, the teacher from the beginning, from the level one, the teacher will teach you in Korean in the classroom. Okay, in the classes, yes. Age limit, age requirement, I already answered it. Okay. This is Eddy once again from Gogo Hanguk. We have been helping you guys for studying Korean in Korea. Uh, last year we helped over 500 people, and hopefully this year more than that. Since the Korea is open to everyone to come to Korea for studying or for traveling. Of course there are still COVID and still quarantine, but I believe your time is very valuable. 23 now never come back. So many people made a good decision or bold decision. So for that, if you're still interested in coming to Korea for studying Korean, we are here to help you. Our service is free. So uh, counseling with us is free. So you don't have to pay for it. But of course, you need to pay for the tuition and accommodation, like flight ticket, everything by yourself. Okay. In what month the courses start? So as I said, there is four term: March, June, September, and December. So each term start like in early March or early June. In the middle of the June, each school is a little bit different. But in terms of the month, March, June, and September and December. If I get accepted, does the school provide airfare? No, you need to buy yourself. Hi, thanks to Google Hangul, I'm gonna go Dongguk in March. Can you tell me if I should buy an internet data card or I can only use Wi-Fi? So, uh, personally, I would recommend you buy the SIM card. And also we can also help you guys like getting the SIM card, which has like unlimited data plan. But it's totally up to you. So, but personally, I would recommend you to buy the SIM card so that you can freely use it, after class or in the public area. Of course, in major cities in Korea, they set up the quite nice free internet service, but some, area doesn't really. So that's why I normally recommend our student to get a SIM card, and we can also help there. So from the SESI DXN, contact your coordinator and ask for it. All right. Another question from YouTube. What is the tuition refund policy if you pay for 18 months program and for some reason have to stop and leave Korea? Will you get a refund for the tuition for the remaining terms? Yes, yes. So it's very student friendly in terms of the refund policy. As you said, you registered 18 months, 6 terms out. Oh no, yeah, 6 terms, right? And then you started 3 months, 3 terms, and I need to go back to my country because like personal reason or some reason. Then another 3 months, following 3 months, you will get a refund like 100% for the tuition. So it's very student friendly. So don't hesitate to uh, ask for the refund. In the meantime, 18 months is huge, studying like huge commitment. So that's why, it's totally fine to register 18 months, or as I said, register 2 terms or 1 year, and then you can easily extend it, within Korea without leaving. Okay, so that's another strategy, another thing that you can consider as well. But refund policy is very friendly to students in Korea by law. Okay, mysterious shadow. Hello, sir. I want a job in Korea as an English teacher. So what to do means what the process I have to follow. Sorry, about the job, we cannot help you, and I cannot answer it. So you need to find the information by yourself. Sorry about it. How much is the SIM card approximately? So it's like monthly basis is in US dollar is gonna be about in average 30 bucks, maybe with the unlimited or without unlimited. So it depending on the plan. But our service is about 30 bucks per month, and you will be able to get unlimited data. Good question. Yeah, okay. Let me see if there's something that I can answer. Oh, good question. Do you recommend staying in the dome? In the dome, it's totally based on your preference. It's preference, each accommodation has pros and cons, you know. So we also help you to find the accommodation. The options of accommodation would be like dormitory, school dormitory, shared house, homestay, or mini studio. Somebody call it like gojiwon. So there are normally 4 options, and each of them has like pros and cons. In terms of the dormitory, it's very good because it's in the campus normally, in the campus nearby the campus, and also reasonable, having a reasonable price. And also you will be able to meet the Korean people in the dormitory or foreign people from the all around the world in the dormitory. So that's good thing. A bad thing would be there is a check-in time, check-out time, when you starting time or end time. And also there are still like curfew for the even for the university student. So though they normally close their front door like a shutdown, normally like midnight or 1 a.m. and then open it once again like a 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. or so. So that's why pros and cons. So there is not it's not really like a recommendation, but based on your preference, we can give you some options. Okay. Okay. Then in Korea there is such a thing. In Korea there is such a thing as a holiday semester. Uh, I hope I understand you well. If Let me know if I'm wrong. So, for example, the holiday semester, in terms of Korean class, as I said, there are 4 terms, right? March, June, and September, and December. In between each term, there are normally 1 week or 2 weeks kind of vacation. So you can spend some time by yourself during the in between the terms, and also in the terms, if there is like Korean holiday, so, such as like Seollal or Chuseok, Korean Thanksgiving, then you will be able to have like some kind of a vacation or off. It's national holiday, so you need to be off. And the teacher says, well, So that would be some time you can spend by yourself. Okay. Age limit, I already answered it. This stage, age limit, a lot of age limitations. Do you have any site for an internship? Not really. I'm gonna be 18 years old on June, and I'm gonna graduate on May. Is it possible to begin course on Korean University on June? I want to sign up now. Thank you. Uh, Maybe yes and no. Once again, there are only two criteria, in order to attend or register Korean course. You need to be over 18 years old, and you need to finish your high school. Meaning, so when you apply for the university, you need to be prove those things by paper. Meaning that you end up you graduated like in May, then you need to provide the certificate from the school, to the Korean course program. So if you can provide it, then you'll be able to start in June, which is a little bit like tricky. So starting in June is a little bit tricky. So September for sure, but you need to still like provide, copy of your passport to prove you are over 18 years old, and certificate, high school certificate from the school that you prove that you finish your school. So and that's also only like the fact, but also you need to provide the paper in order to get accepted. So it would be yes and no for June, but September, if you can provide both, then yes. Can we stay in Airbnb as well? Yeah, of course, totally fine. Can I visit Korea in March for 2 weeks vacation and then apply for Korean language program starting in June? Only one term without a visa, or do I need the visa? It's very conditional question because, for example, you come in March without visa for staying short term, and then if you are asking if you can stay another term in June without leaving Korea, then very unlikely, because these days with the pandemic, extending your visitor visa or like a K-ETA in Korea, within Korea, it would be very difficult because of the pandemic. So that's why, let's say, for example, if you come March, stay there 2 weeks, and then going back to your country and coming back to June term with a new visitor visa, then it's totally possible. But if you are going to stay without leaving for 6 months with a visitor visa, less likely possible. Okay. But this is possible. Let's say, for example, you come visitor visa for the 3 months, and then you want to, oh, I like it. You want to apply for Korea for 6 months, which is two term. Changing visa from the visitor visa into student visa, that's normally possible. Not 100% guarantee, but that's possible, and we have many, many cases for that. Okay. Can I go with the French passport in Korea? Yes, totally possible. Age limit for maximum, I already answered it. Some school has like a age limit for 50 years old. Some school doesn't. So it's based on the school. So I want you to contact us. Thank you for not answering my question. I answered you. That was very polite of you. Thank you. I already answered it. Ijuabi number one. Okay, I covered it. I covered all the question. Good, good. Ijuabi, once again, I answered you. Another question. how long can I study in Korea? Can I finish my undergraduate in Korea? So for the Korean language visa, you can study up to 2 years. When it comes to undergraduate program, then I cannot really answer it. But D2 visa, which is for the undergraduate program, I think you can stay. You should finish it. So you can stay. 4 years or over based on your major. But once again, I'm giving you like rough and general information, and we are master in Korean language program. So the information that I give you might be a little bit different. So I want you to like check by yourself once again. Danguk or Dongguk, I would say, has a type of Korean language studies for more than two months. Yes, yes. University program is normally over 2 months. We call it like 3 months, but when you go through it, it's like actually 10 weeks. But simply we call it, everyone call it 3 months studying. And then the minimum length from the university is 3 months. So over 2 months, yes. I'm also going to Dongguk University on March, but I wanted to know if you have any social media or private groups for the spring term so I can get to know my future classmate. Thank you. Yes, two things about it. So we do also have Facebook group for those who will study in Korea through us. So that's the first thing. Second thing, we are going to have like orientation, online orientation. We normally do the offline orientation, but due to the COVID, we do these days only online. But we are going to have that like orientation later. So your coordinator will let you know when and what time. Thank you for asking, Salvador. S. Salvador. Can you please tell us about the necessary documents for applying? So it's based on your length of the registration. When it comes to like 3 months without having a student visa, then the documents is like a relatively simple. But if you are going to get the student visa, then it's gonna be a little bit like a more complicated. And also, depending on the school might ask for a little bit more or a little bit less. So I'm giving you rough information for the 6 months study, which with the student visa application form. Number one, application form. Number two, copy of your passport with having over 6 months more. Normally, we recommend you have like a 1 year left validation. So, copy of your passport, uh, high school certificate or above, sometimes transcript with apostille, high school as well, high school certificate with apostille or without apostille, transcript from the school with apostille or without apostille, and bank balance with over 10,000 US dollar. So that's the basic. And then there are some more for some schools, some not less. That's about like a list the documents. So there would be a little bit more based on the schools. Okay, but that's five things are the basic things you need to prepare. So that's why to prepare those, that's why I want you to like contact us at least 6 months ahead to have your own time to for the preparation. Okay, okay. This is very good question. Is it hard to understand the teacher in the beginning while trying to learn Korean? Thank you for your answer. That would be yes. Once again, the Korean course itself is very intensive, and from the very beginning, from the level one, the Korean teacher will teach you in Korean. Of course, the teacher is very certified, having experiences to teach you guys, like the beginners, with the Korean, so they know how to teach you. But of course, it's always like idea for you, not just only for the classroom, in the classroom, but also for outside the classroom, having a like a let's say survival skills, or for your like a daily life, having some like a speaking skills or listening skill would be beneficial for your life in Korea. So that's why study by yourself in advance would be always beneficial. Even though you're starting from the level one, let's say for example, like where is the toilet? How much is it? 얼마예요? Those small things will be helpful for your life in Korea. Okay. So it's gonna be not easy to understand from the beginning, but like I said, teachers know how to teach you even in Korean, even for the beginners. Okay. How do you get school transcript apostille? That's like a long process. So for that, Passion Shop, I want you to ask us by our contact form or by emails. Okay. All right. Thank you for joining our live streaming. Once again, this is Eddy from Go Hanguk. We do normally have live streaming in YouTube and Instagram at the end of the each month. Normally, I do it for in Thursday morning in Korean time, and yeah. And of course, if I miss any of your questions, or if you don't like understand me because my English skills or the other things, then I want you to contact us through using our contact form or info@gogohanguk.com. We will get back to you within 3 business days. And also, we do speak like 4 different languages like English, Spanish, Italian, and French. All right. So we will support you for this like mother tongue. All right. Sorry, Passion. Sure up not to answer right now because it's kind of long, kind of process explanation. Sorry about it. How many students are in class and how many hours we study in classes? Very good question. So in general, class time is 4 hours per day, 4 hours. Like I said, well, sometimes school has like a morning class from the 9 p.m. starting from 9 a.m. finishing 1 p.m. Or some school actually have like starting from 10 a.m. finishing 2 p.m. Or some school also have morning class and afternoon class. Afternoon class starting like 2 p.m. finishing 6 p.m. something like that. And the time is same, normally 4 hours per day and 20 hours per a week, Monday to Friday. No classes, of course, during the weekend. What's the best age to go there to study? There is not really best age, but many people who registered through us is mainly like early 20s or in between 20, 30, and also over 30. But majority, like I would say like 60% would be in between 20 to 30. But of course, like I said, there are over 30s or even over 40 or 50. That's also possible, but best way, not really. Right now is the best time. I think I pretty much. Oh, another question from the Martina. When I could send the applications for December. So like I said, each term has a application date. Normally, let's say for the December, very good example. December, we are going to accept applications from the sorry, school will accept applications from the October, November. But I want you to contact us right now so that you can be ready for the application date. So beforehand, even before the October, November, the application from the school, we are going to guide you what to prepare for this school, what to prepare for that schools. So you prepare in advance, and if everything is okay, then we send the documents to the school right away when they open their application date, and you will be first one who will who will be accepted. So that's why I want you to contact us now for the June, September, December, or 2023 March term. 2023 June, September, December is a little bit slightly early because nobody knows what will happen for your life. So that's why I normally recommend you at least contact us 6 months ahead. And also the class size, sorry. Class size is like a normally maximum 15 people in the one class. Of course, average each school is a little bit different, but for sure, less than 15 people in the class. And there are, many students from all around the world. Many people from the like China, Vietnamese normally, and also USA, France, French, like internationally. You know, whenever I see and meet my student, they always say like they learned and made a lot of friends from all around the world in the classrooms. But once again, the major population is normally from the China and Vietnam. So that's the kind of common things in every school in Korea. Do the classes ever filled up applications and turn away because class is already full? No, not really. There are no like maximum things. Less likely. I don't think so. We have been working as a Gogo Hanguk. We have been working since 2016. Considering those like time for 5 years, we have been there like more than how many terms. There are not really like we cannot get your student because the class is full. Not like that. Of course, some school, let's for example, the Gyeongsang University that we are working with, they cannot accept the default student right now because of their issues with the student visa. But other than that, because the number they cannot accept our student, no, we never had those experiences. But the first one will be very, the question is very good because, and then same to this one. That's why I want you to contact us even faster so that you will be the first one who will be accepted. All right. Once again, thank you for joining our live streaming. Spainer. we do have also staff who speak Spanish. Spainer 하는 사람 있어요. So you will be supported by the Spanish language. No problem. We do normally have this live streaming at the end of each month, like I said. So you will be always welcome to bring all your questions, and of course, you can also contact us with our contact form or with our, email info@gogohanguk.com. And we do also do monthly live streaming in the TikTok, our TikTok account, in the middle of the term. So if you get like sessions, info sessions from the TikTok, yes, as well as you can also join it as well. Okay. In the middle of the month, TikTok live. At the end of the month, live streaming in YouTube and Instagram. March 2023, possible, contact. Oh, okay. Oh, you are speaking each other. Okay, sorry. 나는 스페인 사람이에요. 스페인에서 스페인 사람이에요. Okay, Spanish. Okay, I guess this would be the last question I need to answer. Offers related with the hotels guest house in Korea is a good market to immigrate and try to get on interview. I have no idea about it. In terms of related to like a job or internship, we are not really into that business yet. So I cannot really answer you. Pedro Duarte. So sorry about it. Once again, Gogo Hanguk has been helping you to study Korean in Korea. We have partner schools in the, not just in Seoul, Busan, and Daegu. So based on the location, you can select it. Each school has like a different characteristic. And each city itself also has a different like a concept or cultures. Based on your preference, you can choose it, and we will help you. Is Korea currently allowing students to enter? Yes. Last year we have helped 500 people, over 500. Yeah, it was super busy, but happy busy. Okay, I think I covered every questions. Oh, let me answer this one last from the YouTube, and then I can close the live streaming. Do they only have one class for each level, or is there are, for example, multiple level one classes happening at the same time, asking for Hanyang mostly? Yes, yes. There are level one people. I was told level one, level two, there are many people. So each class, the maximum number in the classroom is 15 students, which means they would have even more than like five classes, five level one classes or something like that. So there would be for sure when it comes to Hanyang University or the other universities as well, more than one for sure. Sometimes three or four or sometimes five level one classes. Okay. All right. See you in September. Okay, once again, thank you so much for joining our live streaming. No problem. Thank you for asking very good questions. I always love to answer you guys. And sometimes, as I say, some part working in university and master program, sometimes I can not sometimes I cannot answer those part, but something that I know or something that we have been done, I will give you the proper answers. Okay. Once again, thank you so much for joining our live streaming. And let you, you know, uh, let's meet next month, the end of the next month. And still during those times, if you have any questions, you can always ask us by using our contact form, the best way, or our email info@gogohanguk.com. We will get back to you within 3 business days. Okay, be patient with us, please, and they will get back to you for sure. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day. 좋은 하루 되세요. Study hard, play hard. All right. Bye bye. No problem. No problem. 안녕히 가세요. 감사합니다. 잘 가세요. And I will keep this live streaming as before. So, okay. Bye, YouTube. Thank you for joining. The sun is up. It's 9:03 a.m. in Korea. I hope it's not too late in your country. 안녕히 가세요. 감사합니다.